So I'm going to add a colour to the right side of the work when I'm holding the yarn in my left hand. The needle goes through the first stitch, pick up the new colour in my right hand and hold the tail of the yarn down across my palm, and then it comes over the top of the right hand needle and underneath the left hand needle, and use that so that then I can tension the yarn in my left hand as I normally would. Okay, so the yarn comes down the knitting, down the length of the needle. The old colour comes over the top and you twist that over the new colour. You've got your tail of yarn. So now the tail of yarn comes forward underneath the left hand needle, over the top of the right hand needle, but this working yarn here has to be out of the way. The working yarn here comes round the needle, and then the tail comes back over, pulls the working yarn down and forms your stitch, and then that comes through and off. And then just form your next stitch, gets caught in, 3, 4. Now I'm going to join in another colour, so pick up the new colour, hold the tail across the palm and go the old one. Tail comes down the length of the right hand needle, old colour over the top, and tension my new colour. So then the tail comes, making sure that this working yarn is held sort of up and to the left, out of the way. Tail comes under the left hand needle, over the right hand needle, bring the working yarn round, tail comes back over the top, pulls that new stitch down, and on we go. So here I want to join the yellow back in, but also just catch in these tails of yarn so they're a little bit more sturdy. Under the left hand, over the right hand, stitch comes round, tail comes back. New stitch and catch the next stitch to catch in the new tail. Okay, so now I want to catch in the tail from the row underneath. So just pull that to tighten up a bit. There we go. Oh, didn't get the old stitch off. Haha. So new yarn, sorry, into the new stitch. Yarn over to the left. Tail comes over. Stitch comes round. Tail comes back. Carry on, and the tail's locked in. So now I'm not joining in a new colour, I'm carrying on with the yellow. I work the next stitch, and then I can take all that looseness out of the stitch with the pink tail. I can find it. So pull that out. So yellow yarn over the top of the right hand needle, tail also goes over the top, yellow round, pink back, and make the new stitch. Okay, going to add in new colours on the purl row. We're holding the yarn in my left hand. So first colour is purple. Take the needle purlwise through the first stitch. Pick up the yarn in my right hand, hold the tail across the palm, tension the yarn. So new tail goes down the length of the right hand needle, old colour comes over the top. Pick up the new tail. So with the working yarn down below the right hand needle, the tail comes under, working yarn, get the focus back, working yarn comes over the top, the tail comes back underneath, and then can form the stitch. 2, 3, 4. Okay, you're going to add in a new colour, so the tail goes off to the other side. New colour across my palm into that first stitch. Tension the yarn. Tail down the length of the right hand needle, old colour back over the top. Tail with the yarn below the right hand needle, the working yarn below the right hand needle. Tail comes under first and round. Working yarn over, tail back round. Carry on. Okay, final colour, so yarn goes off over the top there. Pick up the new colour. Through the stitch, pick up the new colour. Tension the yarn. New tail down the length of the right hand needle, old colour over the top. Pick up the tail with the yarn below the right hand needle. The tail goes under, the yarn, working yarn goes over, the tail comes back. So I'm going back to the yellow all across here now, and I just want to catch in these tails of yarn as I go. So with the working yarn down below the right hand needle, tail comes under, working yarn over, tail comes back. So that's our first stitch, and then just catch in the tail of the new colour, and then we're going to catch in the tail of the old colour now as well. So through the stitch, again working yarn below the right hand needle, tail comes under, working yarn goes over, tail comes back and pulls the working yarn down, make a new stitch, and that's just caught in that tail. So the same thing, I'm going to carry on working with the yellow, and then just catch in the pink tail, make that all a bit sturdier. So pull that down a bit with yellow yarn below the needle, tail comes under, working yarn goes over, tail comes back. Off we go.